Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, so it's Sunday, and I got a pile of stuff to do. I've got a problem. Um, I have 10 gallons of shit in a 5 gallon pail, and shit's overflowing everywhere, and I'm getting tired of it. Stumbling and tripping over shit and can't find friggin' tools, and enough's enough. So generally, I like to finish a job, clean up, and then start the next job. Well, the jobs have been overlapping, and I haven't had time to taking the time to clean up. So I'm doing that today. I don't care what's pressing or what's going to have to be done or whatever. But anyway, we're going to get that done. I got to adjust a couple of doors on that orange truck, ship it out. I've got to paint some rims for that 50 Merc. We're going to get that done, and then I'm going to do I'll buff some hubcaps. Going to do that, and then I'm going to stop and clean up. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. I got shit everywhere. I set this up to paint those rims I was talking about for the 50 Merc that I did. That's got to come down. You know, anything that's got a flat surface becomes a table and a junk collector. So I got to muck this out. These are the rims. They're all painted up. Once you clean the blue off the white walls, and I buffed up the hubcaps so they're all nice and shiny. So he's out of town for 10 days, so I've got to put these somewhere out of here. Probably the trusty old porch. My poor porch. 38 fender. Got my 49 Ford. I've got a cart I made up. It's on wheels. I'm going to slide it under the box, get the box off the hoist, and then I'll be able to push the box back and forth. So I can clean up all that other crap back there. I mean, it's just everywhere. It's starting to overwhelm me here. So I want to get on the cart. That way I can push the box back and bring the square body in and get rolling on that first thing tomorrow morning. So like I said, it's about 8 o'clock Sunday night. I'm going to spend the rest of the evening mucking her out so I can get a clean start tomorrow morning. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, I know it might not look a whole lot different, but trust me, it is way cleaner in here and a lot better. Here's a little cart I made. I used it for my square body when I had the box off of it. So I'm just going to roll that underneath. We're going to drop the box onto the cart, get it off the hoist so I can finish it off. Because the way I've got this rigged up here, I can't paint the top of the box rails, so the box sides. So yeah, we'll get it down, and then excuse the glare, then we're bringing that one in and getting on that. So that's the plan, and gonna get after it. Back when I bring the square body in. Okay, well, I got the box on the cart, pushed back, and the square body's in here. Had a hell of a time starting it. Turns out the battery was absolutely no good. I put the charger on it and it was totally rejected. So anyway, I've took the battery out of my square body and put it in this one so I can get it in, and that's fine. Anyway, we're going to start with the front clip and work our way back. I know I said there's no body work, but still, this black primer that comes on your aftermarket panels, I strip it off, get it down to bare metal. I find this stuff is brittle, especially on the edges, and it'll chip off easy. So it's not a foundation you want to build off of. And these fenders, although they've been primed, I don't know if they've primed over top of this black stuff. So we're going to take that down to bare metal. I also got to take the grill out, and it looks like it's just a couple screws holding it. Front bumper's got to come off. We'll take the wipers off. I don't know if you can read that. Panty dropper. I don't even know what that means. But the kid says he's getting rid of that sticker. So yeah, so we're going to start with stripping the front clip down the bare metal, take the grill, front bumper off, and then work our way back. So that's what we're on today, and when I get it stripped, I'll be back. Okay, so grill bumper are off, and I started stripping the paint off. And yeah, these are not brand new fenders. There's a little bit of filler here, and these were painted red at one time. So if they're an original fender, they're really good shape. I'm just hoping there's not a ton of filler. It doesn't look like there's much, but that's why we take it down to bare metal, find out what we got. You know, I'm glad I chose to do this. We'll probably use epoxy to seal it up, but I'll run it by the client first, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, I'm just going to keep on stripping paint and see where we're at the end of the day. So, you know, when you start stripping a vehicle like that, you learn a lot about it. The truck will tell you, or the car will tell you a story. So this one's got a story. I'm not sure exactly what the full story is, but I could piece together a few things. So let's take a look at the truck and see what it tells me. Okay, so this is what we've learned. I originally thought these fenders were aftermarket, brand new, but they're not. These are genuine Chevy fenders. They came from another truck, I think, because these were painted red underneath that primer, and I should have been tipped off by this right here, the antenna hole. The aftermarket fenders generally don't come with that. This thing doesn't have a spot of rust on it anywhere. They're mint. Two tiny little dents, one right here and one right here. Try and pull them out a little bit. Aftermarket hood, of course, with the cowl. They didn't come with cowl hoods. There was a good dent here on this fender. This one was also red, so it tells me these two fenders came from another truck, and that truck was pretty damn good. There's a dent here. I mark them with tape so I don't forget to pull the dents. There's another tiny one right here, but that's it. Again, no rust anywhere, not a spot. Now the doors, this door I believe is a new door. I mean, I think this is that black factory primer. I could be wrong, but I mean, the doors are mint, you know. Look underneath, really good. I just stripped a couple of spots here. It's just primer on top of primer. So yeah, now over here the box lines up really well with the cab, but over on the other side, you can see how the box kind of sticks out past. So we're gonna have to address that. Might have to unbolt the back panel and bring that in a little bit. We'll see. There is some filler on the box. I just did a couple of test spots. I don't think there's a ton, but there's some. We're going to strip it all down to bare metal anyway. And again, this door here is also really good. You know, you can see that. A little bit of surface rust, but that's it. It's good. So now this issue here, this cab corner here in behind, there's all kinds of crap. It looks like fiberglass, that fiberglass reinforced putty. I call it kitty hair. So we're gonna have to undo the box and move it back so I can get at that cab corner and see what's going on. I think we're probably going to need 2 new cab corners. The gap down here is good for the rocker, so that's going to be fine. But the other side, doing laps around this thing. The other side, the door is hitting the rocker right here. So when you go to push the door, I don't know if you can see the door, but it's actually moving. So this rocker is going to have to be dropped. so I'm gonna have to separate it here, and I think this cab corner also is gonna have to be redone. So that's where we're at on that. I believe the box is from a different truck than the cab was, and I believe the tailgate is from yet another truck. So whoever put this whole thing together scrounged parts from all over the place. The good news is they're pretty much almost all genuine Chevy parts, which means fitment should be a lot better. Oftentimes, you know, aftermarket fenders, you'll have a bitch of a time fitting them, but you know, they all need adjustment. I mean, there's no gap up here at all, and then it widens right up at the bottom, so these are all just adjustments that have to be made. But you know, the front clip is all stripped, and it looks really good. Very little work to do there. We're going to seal that up with epoxy, and this thing here, this visor thingy, whatever, I think it's ugly as hell, but I'll have to ask him what he wants to do with that, if he's keeping it or not. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it for all the issues that I see so far anyway, as far as body work goes. So yeah, we're just going to keep on trucking, pardon the pun. This thing is a bitch to strip, especially the hood. I was doing various, you know, yoga maneuvers trying to get up there and lean off of a little step ladder to get up to this thing because it's so freaking high. I'm not as bendy as I used to be. So anyway, that's where we're at, and yeah, we're going to carry on. So there you go. That's what I know about this truck so far. Man, she's a really solid truck. Jeez, you know, it looked really crummy coming in, but man, good metal. Hardly, well, no rust out really. The biggest job on this thing is going to be those cab corners, and that's really not that big a deal at all. So you know, we're just going to keep rolling along on this thing. I've also got to get on my box. I got to finish that up, man. I got like a bit of a deadline here for that. Time limit on the appraisal, so it runs out, you know, I don't know, July 10th or something. So I've got to go get my temporary permit for it before that. So yeah, I want to get that thing done. You know, tell your friends, share, follow us on Facebook, all those good things. Subscribe. No, I mean it. Subscribe, okay? Subscribe, damn it. Hit the little bell. That'll tell you when the next video is up. Like I said, tell your friends, share it, and spread the word, man. Moving right along. And yeah, if nothing else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.